We have breaking news in the cryptocurrency space. Take a look. Bitcoin has just done this move right here in the legendary hybrid indicator, falling below this yellow line in the middle of a bull run. We have done this exact move 3 other times. Take a look. The first time was in 2013, and then we had an explosive rally right to our top. The next one, 2016, right in the middle of the bull run, and we had a long period of the bull run left. Next one was 2021, when we had an explosive move right to our top. What if I told you that this exact move from here to our market cycle top was 140 days? What if I told you that also this move right here in 2021 was exactly 140 days from this point to our market cycle top? Today we are exploring, what has Bitcoin have left in the tank? Does it have this 140-day move right to the top like it did 2 of the 3 times? 66% of the time it only had 140 days left of the bull? Or are we looking more like this part where we had hundreds and hundreds of days left of the bull? We are going to explore it, but wait until I show you what I found in this chart. Let's get into it. Stop leaving money on the table. Sign up now and get buy and sell alerts directly to your phone for the rest of your life. Recover those losses and make 5x more in this market cycle. Save an extra $300 off when you sign up with crypto. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Don't miss out. Clock is ticking. I've got bad news. The time is running out on the massive discount on the indicator bundle. Don't miss out. Here we are. Bitcoin US dollar index, and we are on the 2-week chart. We've got some price action above, and we have my legendary hybrid indicator below. Now, my hybrid indicator, for those of you who watch my channel and know that we predicted that 74K previous top, the prior swing high that we had, we called for a crash from there. The only reason we were able to get that correct is we used this precise chart in the video that we called that crash. How did we do it? Well, this is my indicator. This combines the 3 best indicators to trade in and out of Bitcoin combined into one, right? So we had a pivot high here in this indicator, something that we've only seen 4 other times in Bitcoin's entire history. All of them ended in a pretty horrific sizable crash. So at 74,000, we used this chart and we said, hey, pump the brakes a little bit. I know everybody thinks we're going to 100K tomorrow or next week at the worst, but it's really unlikely, right? So this chart is fascinating. Wait till I break this down, but I just love this. Take a look. Back here in 2014, we went below this yellow line for about 300-ish days, okay? It was precisely around 300-ish days that marked the absolute bottom. Fast forward to the next market cycle, and we went below this yellow line. I bet you're wondering for how many days. It was about 300 days. And then you fast forward to the next cycle, and we went below this yellow line once again, right near our market bottom, once again. For how long do you think we were below there? That's right, for about 300 days, okay? So what is super cool about this chart is that if you also measure from the point when we had our bear market and we broke above this yellow line, and you look for the break above the yellow line until we entered this zone is about 600 days, okay? And then we look again from the point that we broke above this yellow line until the point that we reached here is about 600 days again. For those people who say, you know what, this time is different. We don't do the same moves. Actually, we do the exact same moves in plain sight time and time again, and the herd gets it wrong every time because they always believe this time is different. What I'm showing you is just facts on the charts that will blow your mind, right? If you like to geek out about the charts and nerd out like I do, I mean, there's nothing better than what we're looking at right here. Take a look, because it was 600 days from the break above this yellow line until this red circle. And once again, break above this yellow line to this red circle, 600 days again. Look at this break here to this red circle here. We're talking about 600 days again. And then you look at the break above in this cycle we're in right now. Right now, we're in this cycle, a break above this yellow line until where we are now. is 600 days once again. So this is fascinating stuff. When you look at it and you start to break it down and you can say, okay, what we see happening before our eyes is we had bottom of the market here, bottom of the market here, bottom of the market here, bottom of the market here. Our 4 red circles represent when we were not at the bottom of a market. We were in the middle of a bull cycle. That's why I wanted to compare apples to apples. And if you follow my videos, I really love market cycles and repeating patterns and trying to better understand where are we in our market cycle right now. These are the things that I love, that I find interesting. So I want to share them with you, right? We're right here in our market cycle, but where can we compare that to in other market cycles so we know what potentially happened next? Well, what we know is that we've been above this yellow line for roughly 600 days, and then we came down to it. If we look at prior cycles, it puts us right here, which is exactly 600 days. What we did next was it was 140 days to the top. Okay, we had bearish divergence, which is something I've been warning everybody about for 6 months, that it looks likely we will have a bearish divergence top, meaning Bitcoin will have one final push, not tomorrow, not later today, in the next, I would call it 15, 18 months. Bitcoin is going to have one final push, okay? Again, we talk about the big picture here, not the little kid moves of tomorrow or next week. It's likely Bitcoin's going to have one final push, okay? And it looks like the charts are lining up that one final push will be bearish divergence, meaning we may make a higher high in price, but we're not going to do that with our indicators, which generally marks market cycle tops. Case in point, look right here, 2013, right? It was 600 days after we came down here. We had exactly 140 days from this pivot low to this swing high. Our price made a high and a higher high. Our indicator made a high and a lower high. That's bearish divergence marking the top. You can find this in all sorts of different industries. When you look at the higher time frames, all over the stock market with all of your favorite stocks, you'll often find cycle after cycle bearish divergence marking the pivotal cycle top. Indicator bundle blowout sale. Limited time only. Here's what my indicator bundle students have to say. Mark profited $50,000. Dr. George made $70,000 profit. Carl made a 300% trade and brings in steady income for his family. I want you to be next.
And now with Steve's plan, I'm actually up 32,000.
I experienced my first big winning trade, over 100% gain.
Get trade alerts right to your phone. Make 5 times more profit. The time is almost out and you are about to miss out. Stop procrastinating and go sign up right now. Save an extra $300 off when you sign up with crypto. Plus, sign up right now and unlock 3 special bonus trade alerts valued at over $1,500 completely free. Give yourself this gift you can use for life. Once you sign up, see if you're a lucky winner to add my hybrid indicator to your cart. This is your chance to start dominating.
Don't be scared. Take the leap. It'll change your life. It changed mine.
Clock is ticking. Sign up now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Again, that's CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Now, what we learned about this was, okay, when we went down here, we didn't have long, but we had a nice final push for Bitcoin to the cycle top. Right? One thing that we noticed about the 2021, right? We had 600 days from here up to our market cycle first top. We came back down and we had 140 days from here to there. This was very strong bearish divergence. We made a higher high in price and we made a ridiculously lower high in the indicator marking extreme bearish divergence, and the rest was history. We had a double top and then we went into a bear market and we spent, a couple hundred days below this yellow line right on cue. Cycle after cycle, all these things repeat. So we have that in the charts, the 140 days happened twice, or 66% of the time. 33% of the time, or one data point, we were here. 600 days from this to here, and we had several hundred days left of the bull. The only difference with this market cycle and the one we're in now is the one we're in now has broken some of those healthy trends of this cycle was probably our healthiest bull run we had ever had, right? Some will say, oh my God, well, what about these first two? These first two are really explosive. Explosive, yes. Healthy, no. This was our healthiest, and that's not up for debate. This was a textbook market cycle in every way, shape, or form. If you study the charts like I do, I study roughly 100 charts a week. This chart right here from the years of 2015 to 2017 was textbook bull, okay? So in that textbook bull, we had several hundred days left. We are not in a textbook bull. We have pretty good market structure, but we've broken some key charts. We've broken some key structures already, having some warning signs, all right? We all know that the 2019, 2020, 2021 was just horrific. That was pretty much the opposite of the prior one. I think the prior one was like so textbook that Bitcoin had to throw a huge wrench into the market. But even when it did, everything still rhymes. That's the cool part, right? So when you look at the charts, you say, okay, it really comes down to which cycle are we more closely related to? Because we're in this zone right now. Are we more closer to this textbook zone here? Or could it be like roughly 140 days left? Now, this is where it gets really interesting, right? 140 days left. Where would that put us? Like, what time frame are we talking about? Because it's 140 days from this pivot low, which we've already created our pivot low, right? That's where things get interesting. The other way to look at it is to try to argue, well, what if we're more closely related to here, where we're at the bottom of our market? What if we were more closely related here at the bottom of our market, here and here? I don't think that's up for debate. I don't think Bitcoin is anywhere near our bottom of our market. We're not showing any signs in this chart or any other chart that we're there. It's very closely related to these three red circles that we have on our screen, and we happen to be in our fourth. The only thing that is up for debate is how is this going to play out? Is it going to play out like the 140 days, or is it going to play out like the several hundred days? Right now, as we look at the facts, there is some conclusive evidence here. Take a look. What you can see happening in this cycle that was just textbook is we held serve with our market structure throughout that move, right? I told you guys about the weekly RSI in the 50 level. It's a really simplistic way just to look, are we bull or bear? And you look at the weekly RSI, and if we're above 50, it's highly likely we're in a bull, and we typically hold that 50 as support, right? If we're below 50, it's highly likely we're in a bear market, and we hold that 50 as resistance. Now, in our textbook market cycle, that's precisely what we did. We did everything by the book. In this cycle, we didn't. In the middle of, or towards the end of phase one, we came all the way back down here, which broke a lot of the structure that we had created from prior cycles. We didn't do that back here, okay? So that's one thing to take a look at for some evidence in the chart, right? But right now, it's still up for debate. There's only 3 data points. It's not like we have 21 data points and it's more clear cut. We just have 3. And right now, we're gonna have to look at how Bitcoin moves from this circle out. Are we going to come out more closely related to here, where it's a little bit methodical, it's still building that market structure and moving? Or are we going to come out like the 2021, where we come out hot and we hit huge resistance and we crash down 140 days? So let me break down the 140 day thing, and you can see how this thing might play out. But if we look at it and we look for 140 days from now, it might shock you a bit, but we're looking at, kind of very, very end of 24 to sort of beginning of 25 with a potential top and having bearish divergence. That's if it played out like this cycle in 2013 and 2021. But it's something that we are going to really keep an eye on. How possible is it that Bitcoin could be about to repeat the patterns of that 2013 explosion? Let's take a look. This is where it gets interesting, right? We know that we moved down below here. We also know we moved down into this area in 2013. We know in 2013, we were really overextended. We knew that at 74, we were really overextended. We had a huge correction from this top all the way down. We didn't have a huge correction in this one. However, we went from up here, one of the highest in history, all the way down here. Similar to where we went up here, one of the 4th or 5th highest in history, all the way down here. The reason they add up. However, Bitcoin exploded from this 2013 area up to this cycle top and had a double top, and it only did it in 140 days. Could Bitcoin have that up its sleeve? And the short answer is anything is possible, plain and simple. We know that it happened not once, but twice. The second time it happened, it wasn't a huge explosion. The big difference was in our indicator, we couldn't get above this yellow zone. Whereas in 2013, we not only got above that yellow zone, we skyrocketed above it. So the whole difference is in this coming move for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to have one final push, potentially later this year or in next year. It's going to have one final push of this bull, and it comes down to whether or not Bitcoin could get above this yellow zone. If it can't, it'll probably be similar, more similar to the 2021. If it can, it may be more similar to the 2013. And by the way, this is the hybrid indicator. I usually never have this available to buy. During this sale, some people will get a pop-up after they sign up for the indicator bundle, and they can add my custom indicator that I personally use to trade to their cart. We typically don't have this up for sale all year, and we've opened the door to some people when they sign up. You might get an email as well to add the hybrid indicator, but this is what the hybrid indicator is. It also comes with the hybrid indicator strategy, which is super cool, which I've never shown you here on YouTube. I've just shown you the indicator part. So just the FYI, but I think this is super fascinating that all these cycles are rhyming, and I'm going to keep you up to date with how this thing progresses. I have seen recently a popular comment that is complete lies. One of my most hated things is when people come with lies. There's no place here for lies. This is a place of facts. What I've seen recently are people saying, oh my God, in one video, Steve says we're going to pump straight up to the moon. In the next video, we're going to plummet down to zero. These lies are complete and utter garbage. What we do on this channel is I tell you the facts in the charts. I read the chart to you like a book. Now, those of you who are in the herd, maybe you don't understand this, but it's incredibly rare that I sit here and make a prediction. In fact, I do the exact opposite. I'll make a prediction once or twice per year. I know people want me to make predictions in every single video, but I just have no interest in the day-to-day movements of Bitcoin. I also have no interest in the week-to-week movements of Bitcoin, and I have very little interest in the month-to-month movements of Bitcoin. If you're new to my channel, maybe you don't know this, but if you actually listen with your ears and watch with your eyes, it's abundantly clear. I almost never give predictions. I only think about the big boy moves. I'm not playing the little kid moves of what's going to happen later today or tomorrow. I've never cared about that. You can go and watch my 900 videos on YouTube. I just have no interest in that. So to bring the lies, I really have no place for lies here. Lies are really, really dirty. So the predictions I like to make are when we called the bottom in 2018. And then we called the 14K top with the gravestone doji when that was very unpopular. And then we told people to buy during the COVID crash, which was very unpopular. And then we called the mega crash at 48K, which was incredibly unpopular. Then we called the bottom at 15, 16K when it was remarkably unpopular. And most recently, calling that a crash was coming at 74K when that was incredibly unpopular. If you look at that, I make a prediction like once or twice per year. All the other times I'm quite literally stating the facts. Hit that subscribe button. From Mark, Steve's education made all the difference. We profited $50,000. From Dr. George, in just 1 week, I made $70,000 profit using Steve's indicators. Carl, I made 300% trade with his system. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Don't miss out. Clock is ticking. Check out what my indicator bundle can do. SHIB USD turned 10,000 into 30,000 with this quick buy and this quick sell. Bitcoin turned $10,000 into 147,000. Ethereum turned 10,000 into 270,000. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Don't miss out. Clock is ticking. Stop leaving money on the table. Sign up now and get buy and sell alerts directly to your phone for the rest of your life. Recover those losses and make 5x more in this market cycle. Save an extra $300 off when you sign up with crypto. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Don't miss out. Clock is ticking. I've got bad news. The time is running out on the massive discount on the indicator bundle. Don't miss out.